Now, this would be the card of your recent past or the energy that is currently passing. We have the Six of Wands in the reverse position. So, this is about us putting a lot of hard work into achieving a goal, and victory is what we're after. We want to achieve this goal and be victorious. And when it's in the reverse position, we are literally plagued by obstacles, delays, frustrations, and then it can just be like a big fat roadblock that just falls right in front of our face, where we feel like we just hit a brick wall. It can be really, really frustrating. And again, this is more of a financial card or work. You know, it could be like a creative type of project or goal that you were after, but you know, I'm feeling for most of you that it's probably around your work life. To clarify, we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse position. So for some of you, this could be a goal that you had for your family. It could have even been a financial goal in order to maintain a happy family. Now, Ten of Cups in the reverse, so this definitely indicates that there is an upset in the home. There's a disruption, an upset. Things are not going the way you want them to. It's our happily ever after. Our contentment is definitely delayed. Again, this is recent past. Sometimes this can indicate that something in the home is in need of maintenance, or something in the home breaks down, which I can definitely identify with this particular card myself, because my furnace is broke down. Yep. And finances are definitely tight for me. So I think I'm on week 2 without a furnace. Oh, it's just absolutely great. And of course, you know, we get snow in April. Oh, beautiful. Okay, enough about me. It's not about me. All right. So, yes, this can indicate that something in the home breaks down, or, you know, a lot of times this can be a plumbing type of issue, something to do with water. Sometimes this can be, you know, pipes that need to be replaced, like my furnace, for instance. I'm pretty sure that some, you know, condensation got in there some way, somehow. But again, not about me. Okay. But, yeah, this definitely indicates that something is going wrong with the home. Now, for those of you who may be potentially remodeling your home or having a home built, definitely need to be careful here. You definitely want to get a couple opinions before you get too far into the remodel or the build, because with this particular card, it can indicate not only a plumbing type of issue, but it could also indicate a structural type of issue to the home. So, especially if you're having a home built, you definitely want to have those blueprints looked over and get a couple different opinions, because we want to make sure that, you know, the structure of the home, the bones are really good, because when this is in the reverse, you know, something can go wrong structurally, so that's never good. Now, this can also indicate that, you know, a family has been through a very troubling time and perhaps a loss. And this loss doesn't affect just one person, it affects the whole entire family, so the home is upset for certain. And again, that was the recent past, or the energy that is currently passing. Okay, so this is the present energy, the here, the now. We have the Nine of Swords in the reverse position. So I refer to this card as the nightmare card, because a lot of times, especially in the upright position, a lot of times people will experience nightmares. And if they don't experience nightmares, then they're experiencing sleepless nights and a lot of stress, a lot of depression, despair. There's always a loss associated with this card. Sometimes it can actually be a physical loss, but sometimes this is more within the mind. Yeah. It's like we can take a mountain, a molehill, and make it into a mountain, where we can exaggerate things a little bit to where it's really not as bad as we think, but by the time we get done exaggerating it, it becomes huge, And not to downplay any of your issues, because some of you, it really does get bad. But with this card in the reverse position, this shows that we went through this loss, and this loss could have been, with a job. It could have been within a partnership. This could have been a business partnership, or this could be a relationship, say a romantic relationship, or it could be a platonic type of relationship. So it could have been a friendship or something with a family member. But occasionally, unfaithfulness can be indicated by this card, and you're healing from it, but it doesn't necessarily have to be unfaithfulness. It could have just simply been, that you were hurt by someone, and now you're healing. The healing process has begun. Now, for some of you, this could indicate that you had a surgery here recently and that you are healing from it, so that'll resonate with a couple of you. But overall, the healing process has begun. It can feel very slow, sometimes, like a turtle, but hey, slow but steady wins the race, so just know that things will get better. Now, we clarify, and we get the Two of Cups in the reverse position, so this indicates a partnership of some sort. This could be a romantic partnership, but this could also be a platonic partnership. And it is out of balance. One person is doing pretty much everything, and the other person is just take. Okay? It's not to say that it was doomed, but, it could have potentially been fixed, but both parties got to want the same thing. Both parties got to want to fix it. Yeah, so to me, this seems like it's already done and gone for. So, But yeah, this is definitely about a partnership, and things are unequal. It's also about a crossroads, where we're just simply trying to figure, do I want to put any more of my time, my money, my energy, my love into this relationship, or into, with this person, because they are just simply not giving, and I'm doing all the giving and they're just taking. And so things are completely out of balance, and that does not make for happiness. And so, yes, loss. So for a lot of you, this loss will be something around love, but it doesn't have to be love. It could be, it could be platonic love too. It could be romantic love. It could be platonic love. But this could also be a business partnership as well. But overall, the person in which this happened with, you would have been very close to them. It's almost like a special bond, but, then that bond went to crap with it being in the reverse. Not to say that it's completely doomed, but, for most of you, I feel like it just needs to go. It's not serving any more purpose for you. Not as it sits presently, anyhow, because you're already healing from it. So you've dealt with it and you're moving forward. Okay, so this is the position of your near future. Here we have the Knight of Coins, and of course I used the word turtle, and here we are, turtle. Slow but steady wins the race. So, and that's very true. And the Knight of Coins, he is actually the slowest moving knight out of all four knights. This knight is the one that is the slowest moving, but sure and steady movement for sure. So this can indicate that you could receive a new job. or that a job opportunity could be presented to you here in the near future. This could also be a promotion. This could be a pay raise. This could be about a future sale. So, for some of you, you could be trying to sell your car. For some of you, you're probably trying to sell your house. The Knight of Coins, a lot of times, this is someone who is an entrepreneur. This is someone that could work with a bank. This is someone that could be a broker. This could be someone that definitely deals with like real estate. But overall, they are an entrepreneur. They're all about making that money. This could also indicate that you may be trying to apply for a loan, and you will get it. This is a very good card for a yes if you're trying to get a loan. And this can also indicate that you're trying to sell something. So it could be maybe you're trying to sell, an investment of yours, a share of it. Maybe you're trying to sell your home, a car, whatever it may be. Now, we clarify and we get the Eight of Cups. So, this is our spiritual quest type of card. This is where we are simply done with a particular situation in our life and we are walking away from it because we are searching for something with a higher purpose, something where we feel more fulfilled. We're going after something with a higher purpose. And so this can indicate you walking away or abandoning a situation. So perhaps maybe you might abandon a sale. Maybe you might abandon a job. Maybe you worked at a job for so long and you're like, you know what, I'm just ready to go in a different area. And it doesn't necessarily have to be your job. This could be indicating, that maybe this is going on in your personal life outside of work. Maybe you're walking away from a relationship. More likely a romantic one, but it could be platonic as well. If you feel that it's held you back, especially in the area of finances or your job, yeah, you could potentially be walking away from it. But again, some of you could walk away from a particular job as well. Maybe you feel like you've not been treated fairly. Maybe you feel like you just deserve better. Maybe you feel like there's got to be something better out here because at the end of the day, I can do this great, but it just doesn't make me feel fulfilled. I don't feel like I'm truly making a difference. It can be many different reasons for that. So, okay, so this is your attitude card, and here we have the Justice in the reverse position. So, it makes me wonder, are you having some prejudices? Are you discriminating? Are you biased? Or are you being affected by someone that has discriminated against you? Someone that held a bias towards you? Someone that might be prejudiced? This is about the system being corrupt, so this can be like a judge or a lawyer being corrupt. This could also be like, police officers, but this is the attitude card. So you may feel that someone did you wrong, okay? And you may feel that they did you wrong, and perhaps it was based off of a prejudice. Or you could just be looking at it like someone did you wrong, and that's it. So, we clarify, and we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse position. So, anytime I see this card, this can indicate that things at home or at your job or both could be a hot mess, okay? And this can lead to a personal conflict. This can lead to issues with jealousy, for lack of a better word. Sometimes that's unfounded, sometimes it is founded. But But this can also indicate that perhaps maybe you don't have as much confidence in yourself as you should. Maybe your self-esteem could be low right now. Maybe, all of the problems that you've experienced at home or at work are just making you feel rather argumentative. Yeah. Because definitely don't get down on yourself. And obviously this injustice, shall I say, that's occurred, that's definitely where all of this is coming from. So the injustice was either in a home situation, a personal life home situation, or at work, or both. So that's where the injustice has stemmed from. It's either your home life, your work life, or you're experiencing an injustice from both. Okay? Justice in the reverse equals corrupt. But just know this, okay? Karma, of course I don't have a karma card, but let me tell you, karma never comes up in reverse, even if I did. Karma does not come up in reverse, and that's because karma is literally perfect. It's always working. I always say that karma is the bitch that never sleeps, because she's like the worst Santa Claus you've ever heard of. She's literally making her list of naughty people, okay? So when people do things wrong, they will face it. We're not always present to see it happen, okay? But everybody gets theirs in the end. They always get theirs. So if someone has done you wrong, just know that Lady Justice, Karma, she's taken note of it. And don't worry, they will pay for what they did. Again, you may not get to witness this. You may not even know. For a few of you, you might get lucky and you might get to pop some popcorn and witness that shit. Excuse my French, but hey, for some that get to actually see it take place, oh, that can be very fulfilling. But okay, I'm going to stop being a bad influence now. But hey, when somebody puts you through the ringer like that, they got it coming anyhow, And you just need to step back and let karma do her job, because she will. She absolutely will. She always does. So just know that wherever you were wronged, whether in your personal life, at home, or at your work life, your career, or both, just know that things will be set right for you. It takes time, but don't worry. It will happen. Rest assured. Now, this is how other people see you. Here we have the Queen of Cups. So, she's a very emotional woman. And yes, that sounds funny, because everybody's always looking at Capricorn like, what feelings? But hey, that'll be our little secret. We already know. Capricorn, you guys feel the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. You guys are very emotional, but you do not let everybody see that. Only those that are truly close and trusted by you will see that vulnerability and see how emotional you really are. But you're not so quick to just let anybody in, and I don't blame you. But you guys are emotional. You just don't show that. You know how to detach from it. Yeah. But that don't mean you don't have emotions, because you very much do. Capricorn experiences the highest highs and the lowest lows. Let me tell you what. I ain't never seen anybody more miserable than a Capricorn moon that is broke. Oh my God. They are the most miserable people on the planet. You got to have those finances. And when they don't, oh God, wow. Depression, wow. Let me tell you, I've seen it happen again and again. Actually, my daughter has a Capricorn moon. I've seen her go through it too, but I've seen many Capricorn moons go through it. Let me tell you, some of the most unhappy people in the world, if they don't have a job and they don't feel financially secure, oh, it's like the end of the world. Okay. Now, Queen of Cups. She has a tendency to think more with her emotions rather than her intellect. And she's also a woman that's very driven by her intuition. She's typically a Scorpio, but we are dealing with cups. So this could be Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, but I tend to stick with Scorpio. But this is how other people see you. So people may be looking at you like you're just focusing on your emotions and that you might be making your choices, your decisions based off of your feelings and or your intuitions. Now, when we clarify, we get the Six of Swords in the reverse position. So this indicates that you are not moving away from a bad situation in which you should be moving away from. Okay? Now, a lot of times with this particular card, maybe you feel like you don't have the appropriate resources in order to make such a move. Sometimes this is about making excuses about, well, I can't because of this or I can't because of that. Sometimes you have a very logical reason for why you're stuck within the situation, but sometimes with this particular energy, you're just simply sitting there and you're not doing anything, and you've been given good advice and yet you're not taking it. It's like some people get stuck in a situation and some people can't see their way out, and some they act like they want to get out of it, but yet they don't do anything to get out of it. Now, that's not for all of you, okay? That's going to resonate with a few of you. Now, for the most of you, this can indicate that perhaps you come upon a difficulty, and this could be work-related, resource-related, where, it is making it harder for you to move along. Now, a lot of times this is a card that's more in our mind. It can very much be in our physical circumstances, but this can also be a card where it's more in our mind, where we know we need to get out of a particular situation. We know we need to move on, but yet we keep staying. We keep rationalizing and making excuses to ourselves as to, maybe I can make it work. Maybe this person will change. Yada, yada, yada. You just got to know when to stop bargaining and when to just pack your shit and get to moving, Excuse my French, but, again, this can be mental. So it can all be done in the mind for those of you that are just simply stuck on the negative thinking and thinking you can't get out of a situation when really you can. You can get out of it. But, this could be fed by the fear. You can get out of the situation. There's always a way out. Sometimes you may have to drop the pride and ask for help, though. You never know unless you ask.